Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is about exactly 5:20 on Tuesday evening. And this is going to be a shorter vlog because I have been running all day today and I need to relax a little bit before Alex gets home, and then I want to spend a little bit of time with him. And then I got to take a shower, and then I got to get ready so that he can drive me over to Tanya's house, and Tanya and I are going to go to our home group meeting tonight, and then Tanya's husband is going to drive me home afterwards. So it has been a very, very busy day. First of all, I fell asleep like rather early last night. Alex and I watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta and got caught up on that. I ate my frozen burritos, and can I just tell you, they were not quite what I remembered them being. They were disgusting. And I guess they probably should be for $1 each or whatever they were, right? But I remember them being like really tasty, and they just weren't. And I was getting them ready, and I was going to make them in the oven, which maybe that would have made a difference, but I don't really think so. And so I said to Alex, do you make them in the oven? And he was like, no, I always make them in the microwave. And so I made them in the microwave, and they were fine. They came out of the microwave tasting just like one you get from Taco Bell, right? They just were super bland, and I didn't want to use hot sauce on them. And anyway, they were fine. They were whatever. But I had those, and then I just did not have a great dinner last night. So anyway, afterwards, I was tired, so I was like, I'm going to lay down for like an hour. Well, I ended up sleeping till like 2:30 in the morning. And I woke up and I was like wide awake. I was like wide awake. And I laid there and I tried to go back to bed. I was like, just sleep through the night, then you'll get up early. I had texted Caroline yesterday about doing something today because we were supposed to do something today. And so I was kind of like waiting to hear what the plans were and whatever. And she said something today about it was like going through to her computer. It wasn't like coming through to her phone. But anyway, so I wanted to get up early so I could find out like what time Caroline was going to be here and if she wanted to do early. I knew she had Pilates at 11, and if she was going to maybe come right after Pilates and like 11:30 or no, she was done with Pilates at 11. So if she wanted to come right afterwards, we could do like 11:30 or whatever, right? So I laid in bed and I like tossed and turned. Finally, I was just like, I'm getting up and I'm going to watch this Echoes show that I've been watching on Netflix. I had 2 episodes left. So I watched the 2 episodes of Echoes. That show, let me just tell you, if you're looking for a good thriller, it is so good, but it is crazy. There are so many twists and turns. The woman that plays the sheriff in it of Lake, I think it's called Lake Echo is where the town is. The lady that plays the sheriff that was in Schitt's Creek, she is so fantastic. I love her. I love her in Schitt's Creek, and I love her on the show. And she's just like a phenomenal actress. But anyway, I will say this, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I won't. I don't want to say how I wish it would have ended. Caroline and I, because she binge watched it yesterday too. So we were talking about it at brunch today, but I just wish it had ended differently. It didn't end the way that I wanted it to. And, it was like an interesting ending, but it was like, I don't know. It didn't end the way that I wanted it to. If I had been writing the show, I would have probably ended it a little bit more like Hallmark movie-ish or something. I don't know. But anyway, it was fine. It was a fine ending. But the ending also made you think that there was going to be a second season to it. And so I was Googling to see if there was going to possibly be a second season, like if it had been picked up or whatever. Well, it just came out, so it hasn't been renewed. But they were saying that it was that Netflix was marketing it as a limited series, and most limited series are just one series or season and then that's it. But there have been certain shows like White Lotus, what was the other show they talked about? And Big Little Lies that were supposed to be limited series too. And they ended up having more than one season. So there was a possibility based on how many people watched it and how well it did if there would be a second season to it or not. I feel like there should be a second season. I feel like if it ends with the first season, it ends conclusively, kind of. What happens and everything like that. But it could go on and explain so much more. So I don't know. And I feel like there's a lot of different directions it could go in as well if there was a second season. So I watched that last night, and then I drank a cup of green tea and a cup of sleepy time tea, and I went upstairs, and right after that I fell asleep. I was like out. And then Caroline texted me this morning and said that she would be here at noon. So I slept in, and then I got up and I took little dog out and I got ready. And then Caroline came at noon, and her birthday is tomorrow, so please in the comment section say happy birthday to Caroline. So we went to Cafe Patachou. I wanted to go somewhere because I wanted like regular hash browns, you know, like Denny's hash browns. And Cafe Patachou has like, what are they called? Like potatoes, you know what I'm talking about, like where it's just like potatoes sliced up. And they're good. I love that Cafe Patachou has them. They're delicious, but I prefer just regular hash browns, and I love them smothered and covered. Well, I used to like them smothered and covered. Now I just like them with cheese on top of them. Smothered and covered is like cheese and gravy. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They're so good. So actually after that, Caroline wanted to run to Old Navy to get some workout clothes for Pilates. So I was talking to this girl that was working in there, and I was asking her where she used to work, and she was telling me, and it's like this famous like diner place here in Indianapolis, and Caroline's like, they have the kind of hash browns that you like, we should go there for brunch sometime. And I'm like, let's do it, I'm all down for that. So we're gonna do that for brunch sometime. It's called like Lincoln Square or Lincoln something. Speaking of Old Navy, it was interesting when I went in there. I never shop at Old Navy, like ever. First of all, their clothes just don't really fit me very well now that I've gained some weight. I mean, I've lost weight now, but I used to buy a lot of stuff at Old Navy. I think also like when I was working like in treatment, like I would go in and I would buy like khakis, but like pants, like business pants, not business like suit pants, but like, you know, just like khaki material, you know, but I would buy them in like blue and gray and green and whatever, and then I would have different pants every day, and then I would have like polo, because I could dress business casual, and then I would just like have like polo shirts from like Old Navy, right, with like a belt, or I would untuck it most of the time, and then I would wear like Birkenstock clogs, and that was most of the time like what I wore to work. I used to shop, I mean, I was like looking around and I was like, first of all, everything in here looks exactly like it did 20 years ago. Second of all, like, I can't believe this place stays open. There's 2 people in here right now, well, 3 people, and I'm one of them. And so I don't know, but I was telling this girl that my first boyfriend, after I got sober, that I was with for almost 6 years, he used to work part-time at Old Navy. And after we broke up, for like, I mean, even when he moved to Florida, for like 10 years, they would call me and they would say, is he available for a shift? And I would be like, the manager would call, because his name must have been on some list. And I would be like, we haven't been together in like 10 years. And no, like, he lives in Florida now. I don't think he's available for any shifts. But anyway. She was really nice, the girl that worked there. She was super nice. She's like, I've only worked here for like 2 weeks. She's like, I've only worked here for 2 weeks and they've already given me a promotion. And I was like, oh wow, congratulations. But anyway, they have cute stuff. I like their stuff. Like my mom really liked Old Navy as far as like buying like a pair of like khaki pants. Like my mom loved that look of like a pair of khaki pants with like a crisp white shirt and like a jean jacket. Like my mom loved that look. And so like Old Navy is like kind of perfected that look for not a lot of money. You know what I mean? And I will say this, like as far as like H&M, like I was watching this TikTok the other day and it was like something about H&M, like if you want your clothes to last a day. And that is so true. Like H&M's clothes only last for like, I think it was that Matthew Lane or whatever his name is. He was like in the mall pointing out different stores. That is so true. Like H&M, first of all, at H&M, like they cater to the skinniest of the skinny people, but they have cute stuff. I haven't been in an H&M in forever because of that reason, but their stuff like literally lasts a day and starts like fraying at the seams and stuff. I will say that Old Navy stuff I feel like lasts quite a while, but I was telling Caroline, my ex and I, we used to shop in Old Navy all the time. I feel like not my first ex, but my second ex, we used to go there a lot and buy stuff. Because you can get a lot for your money. So then we went to the post office, and then I wanted to go to Macy's because I wanted to buy a shirt. I have new pants, but I wanted to buy a shirt for my sponsor's funeral. Which will, it's not going to be dry, because I picked up like a Ralph Lauren shirt, and it's like, kind of like an army green. It's like a button-down shirt, and Caroline, it's like short sleeve, like, you know, like the navy ones I wear and stuff. And Caroline's like, for a funeral, and I was like, Caroline, it's going to be really casual, like, people aren't going to dress up a whole lot, and I've got like a pair of nice navy pants that I'm going to wear, and some nice shoes. And she was like, well, that'll look nice. And so I got that shirt. It's a really nice shirt. And then we went to Von Maur. I hadn't been to Von Maur in a really long time, and no offense to anybody out there, but like, when friends of like Alex's or myself will say to me, like if I'm saying like, oh, I'm looking for a shirt for something, and they're like, what's that Bahama brand, you know, Joe Bahama or whatever that is, like, that is not my look. Okay, I think we know that that is not my look. Tommy Bahama, like, my dad loves that stuff, and hey, that's great, but even my dad did not start wearing that stuff until he was in his upper 60s, you know, and I think some guys look really great in it. I think there are some guys that just are kind of like made for that stuff. I don't really feel like it's my look whatsoever, and so Von Maur has a lot of the Tommy Bahama stuff, so I kind of like steer clear of the Tommy Bahama stuff, and but I do like a brand that is very similar to that, and that's at Vineyard Vines. And our friend's husband, who is actually, he's like 30, and no, because she's Alex's age, so he's probably 35. He wears that, like, every time we see him, he's always got like a Vineyard Vines shirt. Is that what it's called, Vineyard Vines? So I bought a t-shirt, Vineyard Vines t-shirt. It's like light blue, and it kind of looks a little distressed. And then I found these like khaki, stretchy kind of like jeans, between like a jean and a khaki material. Oh my god, they're so cute. I don't even know what the brand is. The brand is called like Scotland or something, because I said to the guy that was working there, he was so nice, his name was Gary, this older gentleman, and I said, I've never heard of this brand before, and he was like, oh yeah, we just got those in and whatever. So I bought those because I thought those would be really great for the fall. And then I bought a bright Kelly green Champion sweatshirt. Not a hoodie. It doesn't have a hood on it. It's just like a crew neck. It's so cute. And it was so funny, like, laid out together when I was like standing at the counter. I was like, oh my god, this would be so perfect. Just like this outfit is like, this is an outfit to go together right now. Maybe not tonight when it's 80 degrees outside for my meeting, but this is like a perfect outfit right here. He was so nice. But I spent a little bit more money than I wanted to spend today shopping, when I didn't expect to be spending any money at all today. So then I met up with Caroline because she wanted to look at cologne for Mike. But I hadn't had a chance to like go shopping for her birthday. And I wanted to do something special for her. I didn't want to just get her a gift card. I didn't want to just do, you know, whatever. And so I wanted to do something special for her. And so she was looking at these purses, and she kept on looking at this one purse, and she's like, wouldn't this look so cute, blah, 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 whatever. It was kind of like a Chanel knockoff, but it was like this big. And then, but it was like puffy coat material. Like, what are those coats that I love that are way too expensive, those winter coats that start with an M? Moncler. Oh my god, I love those coats so much. But who needs a $2,500 winter coat? Nobody, right? Last summer at Saks, or last spring, they went on sale, and they like were like half off, and I was like, ooh. And then they went off like half off to that, and I was like, I still just like, I cannot justify spending $600 or $800 on a winter coat. I just can't. And for what? To sit on the front porch? I mean, like, let's just be for real, you know? It's not like I'm a movie star or anything. But anyway, I love those coats. But they're like the very kind of like shiny, puffy, you know, and that was what this material was. And then inside, it had this really thick, it was like thick like this, like gold chain. Like, one of them had a metallic chain and one of them had like a gold chain. And Caroline liked the gold chain because I had bought her this Nixon watch for Christmas. And she's like, well, the gold chain would match my watch, and then it had this big long strap on it that you could, is like, the strap is like this thick, that it could be like sportier looking. And she's like, I love this, I could travel with it, and I could, you know, for dinner, going out, I could wear it as a crossbody, I could wear it as a purse, it, you know, I could carry it, because it also had like it had two little straps on it that you could carry it as just like a purse. And she's like, this would be great for traveling. She's like, it couldn't really get hurt or whatever. And she put it back, and I was like, what's the problem? And she's like, I just don't want to spend the money on it today. I just think that, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting this for your birthday, I said. She's like, no, you're not. You're not going to get this. I said, yes, I am. Allow me to do this. You drive me everywhere. You take me everywhere. Every week, you've come to pick, let me. And she was like, no, 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 no. I went straight over there, and I was like, I'm buying this damn purse for her. She like almost started crying. She was like, and this is like, I shouldn't be telling, this is the altruism that I shouldn't be saying like nice things I'm doing for people. But I think the lesson in this is allow people to do nice stuff for you. Like, this is something that Tanya taught me when my mom was alive. Like, I knew my mom didn't have a lot of money and stuff like that, you know, and for my birthday, she would want to like take me out somewhere or buy me something nice or whatever. And I'd be like, Mom, you don't have the money. Don't worry about it. Right. And like, but she would want to. She would want to buy me like a nice bottle of cologne or something like that. I mean, maybe not $500 bottle of cologne, but you know, like a nice bottle of cologne or whatever. And I'd be like, Mom, just don't waste your money. Don't spend your money. It doesn't, you know, I can get that for myself. And I can remember one time, I can't remember where we were, but like my mom's feelings were really hurt by it. And I was telling Tanya, and Tanya said, as a mom, let your mom do things for you. Let your mom buy you a birthday present. Let her cook you a meal. Let her take you out somewhere every once in a while, you know? And I think it's important that we allow people to do things for us, you know, and whatever. And Carolyn was so excited about it. And that meant so much to me, you know, that just something, I mean, I was happy that she got to have a little moment today for her birthday. So, and she's going out to dinner for her birthday tomorrow night, she and Mike, and then we're going out to dinner on Thursday for our anniversary. Alex is taking the whole day off, and I think we're going to go to the pool. I think we might try somewhere different for brunch, although I don't want to eat so much for brunch that I can't eat anywhere for dinner, because like we left brunch today and I was so full. Well, I ate late last night some chips and some pretzels with peanut butter in them. Caroline, I told her that, and she goes, yum. She goes, I can have 8 of those. I go, 8? And she goes, yeah, 8 is 5 points on Weight Watchers. I said, so you can have those. She's like, well, they're not healthy for me. I go, well, you can still have them. But anyway, so good week. Good week. It's a beautiful night tonight. This is so funny because usually I'm like, on Tuesdays, I'm like, do a load of laundry, have something close, or have something to wear that's cute to go to the meeting. And tonight I'm just like, I am wearing black shorts and a black t-shirt and black Birkenstock sandals, and I am calling it a day. I'm wearing a hat. I'm not getting, it is what it is. It's funny because Tanya and I, usually it's like we have 2 or 3 people with us. And tonight, it's just Tanya and I going alone. And this is the first time that Tanya and I have gone to the meeting alone in a long time. And I'm really excited about it. I'm like, this is kind of like the old days a little bit. I was telling her that our pool is closing later than September 1st. And I said, one night you need to come over here at like, 5 o'clock, and then we'll like maybe have dinner or something, then we'll do like a little night swim or something. And she was like, I would love that. That would be so much fun. So we're going to do that one night, hopefully. Tanya's just got so much stuff going on, she's just busy all the time. Oh my gosh. I like really need to weed this walkway. Like, it is bad. And I was sitting here looking at it yesterday. I think it was right after I uploaded my vlog. I was sitting here looking at it and I was like, you're literally talking about 10 feet by 2 feet on either side. Like, that's all you need to do. Like, you could do one day, and that would probably take me less than a half an hour to do. And then the other side the other day, that would take me less than a half an hour to do, and that would be it. And it would be done. And every day I just sit out here and I look at it. My neighbor across the street, she's like, well, what's the point now? It's almost kind of fall. And I'm like, yeah, but then it's just going to, like, it's going to be weedy all fall. Like, I don't want that either. I actually, what I need to do is weed it, and then we need to, like, throw down some weed eater, and then we need to get some mulch and put the mulch over it so that it looks really nice for the fall. The hard thing about mulch is that, like, unless you have, like, a landscaping company that brings it out, like, on a truck, and they can just dump it in a driveway and you can shovel it out, which is what I did a couple years ago. And then I had a landscaping company one year that did it, and then one year Tanya's son and grandson did it. Was that last year? I think that might have been last year. They did a fantastic job. One year Fufu and Jesse did it when they still lived here. But, like, to go pick up the bags and load them in the car and then unload them and all of that, it's like such a mess. And it's so heavy and it takes so long to do that it's just like, Seems to be like a lot of work stuff going on over here tonight. A lot of work trucks. Somebody moved into this condo down here. I don't know who this person is yet. Well, somebody passed away in this condo. And then they came in and they revamped the whole condo. And this condo that I'm pointing at, it is exactly like our condo, like the design. It's like the smallest condo in the neighborhood. Oh, she's carrying a kid. Somebody dropped her off and she's got a kid. But anyway, it's like this. It's like the same design as ours. Well, somebody came in and they like revamped the whole thing. It's beautiful inside. And I don't know who moved in there. Some guy, they told me, moved in there because he was upset about parking cars on the street or something. They go crazy about that in this neighborhood, about parking cars on the street. They get upset about everything here. That sound that you hear, that sounds like the car. That's what the postman sounds like. Postman always rings twice. That's what it sounds like. Well, not that speeding up part, but that's like when I can hear it coming this way. I think my neighbor's across the street. I can't see into their garage, but I think I can hear them out there. I'm wondering if he is grilling out. I don't smell anything. They haven't grilled out in a couple days, actually. Or did I see his egg out there like 2 days ago? I feel like there was one day that I saw his egg out, but they haven't been grilling out as much as they usually do. I actually haven't seen him a whole lot. Maybe this is like Rear Window. Maybe she got rid of him. No, but I haven't seen him a whole lot. Usually, like when Caroline comes up, because he's real like talkative with Caroline, he usually like comes over and he'll be like, "Hi Caroline, how are you?" He's so nice. My neighbor on the corner, she was out here earlier and she was getting the mail and she was like, "Do you need me to get your mail for you?" And I was like, "No, I got it already." Nice days to just relax, isn't it? I love days like this where you can just relax and be calm. Honest to God, I love to just sit out here and talk on the phone, or just sit out here and listen to all the sounds, or watch people walk by. A lot of the people that walk by will stop and they'll be like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm good. Your yard looks good." No, they don't say that anymore. They did at the beginning of summer when my walkway was picked and my flowers were doing better than they're doing now. I was telling Caroline, it was so interesting when I pulled up. I mean, like from right here, There's just a lot of like dead stuff in there that I need to pick out. Other than that, they're still, I guess, doing pretty good. But from like when she pulled up, they look like perfection. They look like beautiful gardens, right? And the fern looks great and stuff like that. But when you're sitting up here, it doesn't look that good. It looks like it's time for the mums. Actually, at the grocery store the other day, I saw that they already have the mums out. And I was like, I just can't. I can't be doing the mums and the pumpkins before September 1st. And really, honestly, I can't do it before the middle of September. It's just way too early. It feels way too early to me. I'm going to at least wait until the pool closes. Somebody commented on the video and said you need to get some decor going on your front porch, which I totally agree with you. I think you just see this one wall and the door behind me, but what you don't see is that I have a big planter right here, a big planter over there. Sometimes I sit on that chair, but like that chair's not as comfortable because it's not as like, what do you call it? I've sat in this long enough that it's like, you know, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Broken in. It's broken in, you know? And then there's another planter, and then there's a fern there. So when you're looking at the front porch and you see my two chairs with these pillows, my colorful pillows, it doesn't look like it's boring like this does. I'm sorry, I know it does look boring. But when fall comes, I have this big orange wreath that I hang back there. I might get a different wreath. I might get online and see if I can find some different fun wreaths. And I'll probably get different pillows. So the wreath will be behind me in the videos. And then I might get some corn stalks or something like that because I'm corny. And some mums. That was a joke from my drama channel, if you didn't know. And then some mums and some pumpkins and gourds, maybe a squash or two. And that'll be it. It's really like our front porch is not that big, you guys. It's like 10, 15, probably 15 feet across and like 3.5 feet deep, 4 feet deep. So it's like you can only put so much stuff up here. You know what I mean? It's like not that big. And I don't want to have all kinds of stuff hung behind me. I used to have this metal thing that hung behind me. But one day I just like, I don't know where I found it. It was like at Pier 1. Do y'all remember Pier 1? What happened to Pier 1? It was like at Pier 1 or one of those places like that, or Walmart Garden Center or something. It was like this metal thing I found. It looks like a wall hanging. Like a lot of people in the neighborhood, they have wall hangings. And honestly, like they're like metal sunflowers and stuff like that. Some of them I just don't love. But I have this thing and it was like 3 squares in a row and it hung behind me. And one day I just walked up. One day I was walking up and I was like, I don't love that. I just took it down. I was like, I do not love that. I don't love how it looks. I'm taking it down. And so it's like, it's been in the garage ever since. I should put it up for my vlog so you guys have something to look at. I'll just put it up just for the vlog, like a ring light, you know. But anyway, so stay tuned. I'm sorry that there's a lack of decorations. Stay tuned till the fall. And I promise you, it will be beautiful. It will meet your heart's desire, I hope. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to get off here now so I can go inside. And I need to also, like, render this vlog so I can start uploading it before I leave and stuff. So I'm going to get off here now. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, practice random act. No, see, I always forget them. I always forget the order and I forget what they are. 1, remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but don't tell anyone like I did today about my cousin. And 3, most importantly, reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. It might make the total difference in somebody's life. You don't know. They might just feel seen and loved because you reached out to them. And since Troy asked me to keep saying this, I'll try to remember to say this, but be kind to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, love yourself. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thanks for hanging out on the front porch with me. It's been fun. And I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. And for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, John Boy. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.